All right, so today I'm gonna look at 3 different drone commercials, and I'm gonna do a little personalized critique of each of the 3 videos to give my recommendations on how it could be better, what they do really well. So I'm gonna jump into my computer now and let's do it. So all 3 of these videos use Creative Commons license, so I'm able to use this obviously in an educational way. So let's look into the videos now. Now the first one is from a site called Pelican Drones. This video is a yacht club video commercial. So let's take a look and see how it is. So I picked out 3 different videos. I watched about half of them. So basically you're getting my initial reaction to these videos and my thoughts.
Welcome to the Northlight Yacht Club, the premier dry storage and wet slip marina.
All right, so there was a lot right there just in the first couple seconds. So
welcome to the Northlight.
if they're showing off the logo, Northlight Yacht Club, it looks like the logo is over here, so their framing is a little off. I know they're trying to pan into the shot, but the eye naturally goes to what's brightest in the scene. We see the sun over here and the sky is really bright. The sign over here in the building is kind of dark. I would have actually exposed properly for the building and just had the sun and the sky overexposed.
Light Yacht Club, the premier dry.
Now right here, this shot, if we're talking about yachts and boats, we see this boat here, but once again, the eye goes to what's brightest in the scene, which is this door right here, this entrance, this gateway. It's really bad composition. They should have just moved a couple feet and focused on all these boats. It looks like all these boats are in these racks here on these shelves. It's really not that great of a shot. It looks like they just were lazy or they didn't know how to do proper composition. So if they just moved their camera over a little bit, got a different angle, that would have been a much better shot.
Dry storage and wet slip marina located.
This was a little too fast. This shot is overexposed. So notice it looks like early morning or late afternoon, and then this is sunrise, and then all of a sudden this shot looks like it is during the middle of the day. So it's good to have all the shots cohesive, shot at the same time of the day, because obviously the lighting is going to be different. So make sure that you shoot at the same time of day so it all matches together, which this did not do.
Located in Niceville, just minutes from the Destin Pass.
Also right here, it's a little off center. So if you're gonna go, if you see lines, this should be perpendicular or parallel to the frame. So 90-degree angles and so forth, and 180-degree angles. It's not, it's a little crooked, so they could have fixed that as well.
Marina located in Niceville, just minutes from the Destin Pass. The Northlight offers amenities.
This shot looks like it's totally out of place. Once again, they had all those sunset shots and now they have this bright shot.
Such as waterfront pool and hot tub, full service restaurant and bar.
All those shots were shot on a gimbal, it looks like, or with a camera, maybe handheld, but it looks kind of amateurish because the panning was a little too fast, okay? Never pan your gimbal that fast unless it's done intentionally, and in this situation, it doesn't really work. It also is a little bit jittery, so this shot right
waterfront
here,
pool and hot tub, full service restaurant and bar.
it looks like they're just getting used to their gimbal, so might want to do a little practicing with the gimbal to make sure they get smooth shots. This shot, once again, it's a nice shot, but the shadows, I should say, are a little too underexposed. If you have a drone and you can shoot in D-Cine-like or D-Log, you're able to get more detail out of the shadows. And since it's a commercial that's supposed to be kind of inviting, it doesn't seem to be more of a cinematic video. It seems more like just a typical commercial. I would have probably exposed this a little brighter or a little more overexposed.
Fuel dock and ship store, even paddleboard, kayak, and scuba tank rentals. Come see what Northlight has to offer and let us take care of your boat while you enjoy the Emerald Coast.
This is okay, but it's right here, the phone number is sharp, the website is sharp, but then the logo is kind of blurry. It looks like it was a small file that he used and enlarged it, didn't enlarge it properly. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff, little details here that need to be worked on. It also would have been better instead of black right here, maybe in white, and have it, instead of going over, see how it crosses the lines right here from the beach to the ocean to the sky? It would have been better if he had just the logo entirely in the sky or entirely maybe over here on the right side or the center in the water. It would have been a lot easier to read. It's much harder to read with these different lines right here or different points of exposure. All right, so that's number 1. Now we're gonna move on to number 2. So number 2 is also by this guy, Pelican Drones. If you enjoy this site, give him a subscribe or follow. So he's doing a real estate video. So this is a real estate video, 3-bedroom place for sale, and let's check it out. It's 55 seconds, which is fine. Normally I would make my real estate videos more like 1.5 to 2 minutes, but 55 seconds is fine as well. Alright, so one thing about this video I like better than the last video, it seems like all the color grading and exposure is at least cohesive. He was trying to do the orange and teal look. He's trying to make the blues and the oranges kind of stand out. I'm not crazy about this color grade right here, but at least it's cohesive. Now, going back, let's just go back to here. I like the establishing shot that you get to see the water, everything's wide. It would have been, I want to say, better to go a little higher, but that's just my point of view. We could have got a little higher and pan down ever so slightly here. Probably not getting the top of the roofs, but I would have liked to see more around here. Maybe there was something behind there that was not pleasing to the eye. So overall, good shot right here. This is a great shot. Now, instead of getting this water right here, I would have panned up a little and just got where this green grass is down here and most of the blue water in the background. So the blue water right here is looking really beautiful. So are these pools right here? This green grass right here is looking nice. This water right here looks kind of not so good. So I think they wanted to get everything and they weren't sure what to shoot. We're focusing on these resorts, so it should probably be on the pools and the nice water and the nice beach and the buildings rather than this other little not so good looking water over here. Okay, I didn't really like this pan up right here. It didn't really fit the music when he panned up like this. It's more of like a gimmicky thing to me. It didn't really fit the music. The music is kind of chill, but then he panned up kind of too fast. I like the order, how he went from far away, getting closer, then getting inside the building. So he's doing these speed ramps, or basically speeding up the footage in post-production. That's kind of cool, but I would have liked to have entered the building. So maybe through the front door where the entrance is, or maybe the door from the hallway into the actual building, into the room, rather than just going from the pool into the room. It seems too abrupt to me. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing right away, it's too many speed ramps, all right? It's going from one room to the other. It's kind of cool when you enter a room. You can use it maybe 2-3 times during the video, but if you do it on every single room or every single little transition, it almost becomes too gimmicky and it looks kind of amateurish. To me, I would have said, all right, it's cool for the first time entering the room, but after that, don't do it. Also, this lens looks not to be wide enough. So when you're shooting real estate, it's good to have a really wide angle lens. So I would have used anything from like a 15 to 20 millimeter. Maybe you could get away with a 24 millimeter lens on a full frame camera, but I would really like the 15 to 20 millimeter lens because it makes the room look bigger. And you also are cropping off certain parts. You don't really get to see the entire room like right here. It also makes the room a lot smaller because it compresses the background and so forth. So that's for an entire different video on lens choice, but trust me on this, a wider angle lens would have been better. Yeah, so all these shots, especially tight spaces like that bathroom, just you need a wider lens. Also the white balance, it looks different than what you were using, and the color grade looks different from outside. So I would have shot this in D-Log and then done a better color grade. I wouldn't have just shown outside like this. So I would have gone to one of these corners and shot the entire balcony with the ocean. So instead of being in the center, go to one side and shoot the entire balcony. That way you get to see the whole thing. All right, the ending, I really like that they got everything out of focus and then they put their title right here. That was really nice. But the biggest problem they have, they're just putting too much information. To find out more about the Portofino lifestyle and view available listings, please visit. It's just too much. Just take out this, just said please visit. Or you could have just said find out more and then colon and then the website and then the phone number. But the orange is kind of hard to see with the background. So even the white is kind of a little bit hard to see with the post right there. Color choice is not the best. They could have done something like this with the white and black so it stands out both for the website and the phone number, but it's just too much. Remember, less is better than more. My call to action, try not to put more than 3 words if possible. I mean, I would say 5 words max, but you know, like please visit or find out more. That's it. And then just put your information. Music choice wasn't bad. All right, produced by Pelican Drones. All right, get your little logo there. I would have probably put my logo maybe down in the corner somewhere instead of at the very end because you want them for the call to action. I know you're trying to show this on your website, but the main thing is you want to end here with their call to action, which is to pick up the phone and call you or to visit your website. Personally, I would only rather have one call to action now that I look at this. To either visit the website, do you want to get website traffic or do you want them to call you? You could have put the website first and then after you were done, you could have had the phone number here, or you could have put the phone number first here and then after you're done with the phone number, had just the website here. That's actually probably would have been better. So let's go to the third video. Hopefully you guys are finding this helpful. Okay, so this third and last video is from Basil. So you want to subscribe to them, go do it. This video got over 14,000 views. Obviously Switzerland drone video for this town of Basel. So this is like a tourism drone video. So let's check it out. One thing I would not do if you're doing a video like this, I wouldn't have a pop-up in the corner, which it just had, because you want people to stay on watching the video. You don't want them to click on something else. I wouldn't have done that. So my biggest issue with this introduction is the first few minutes is this is a rising music. So music is either rising or it's steady, meaning it starts slow and it's building up right here and then it hits a point and then it gets much faster and more dramatic. So it's very chill in the beginning and then it gets very dramatic. So if you have music that's very chill and then it gets very dramatic, you want to get a few different scenes to build that. They don't cut to anything different. Let's go back here to the very beginning. So it seems like this church, all these buildings around it is what's really important. So what I would have done is shown the entire town, or maybe I would have just gotten closer and just shown the church. This is like a medium shot, so I think they should have gotten really close to something so you're not sure what's gonna happen yet, or go far away and get the entire landscape. They kind of failed because they were kind of in between here. So then you hear that music crescendo, it's like dun dun. They should have added a different angle, a different shot here. They kept with the same shot. So as soon as you hear a change in the music, you gotta change what you're shooting. You gotta edit to the music. So you're like right there, they should have cut. They could have cut another place right there. Each one of those, I think it's a piano. I don't know my instruments. I'm good with music, but I don't know instruments. But I know the sound. I think it was that piano sound or whatever it was. They should have flipped to a different cut in the B-roll. See, so right there, you hear that wind blowing sound, and then a different music, a more dramatic part. They should have cut to something more dramatic. So it should have been a more epic shot of that building. It could have either been going around it or going up and away or something like this. Also, the beginning was slow and now it's kind of like picked up. The pace, the beats per minute is a lot faster. So I would have cut to something a little faster. I would have made those movements, done a little speed ramp or shot at 60 frames per second so I can both speed it up and then slow it down in post-production. So that's why I like shooting at a higher frame rate, for the ability to slow it down or speed it up. In the beginning it was kind of slow, you could have slowed it down, and then now you could have left it at normal or a little faster. So the biggest thing is they don't have enough different cuts. It's all the same thing. They're not cutting to anything. They just have the same shot. It's a nice shot, but you know, you gotta cut to something else. It's a little jerky right there too with their movements. This person just needs to listen to the music and match the sound of that music with the shot. That sound right there doesn't match the shot. What feeling do you get when you hear that music, and does it match the shot? Also, this seems to be like kind of dramatic music, which is better during sunrise or sunset. Okay, during the middle of the day, it's not quite as good. So this is more cinematic, rising, and epic, dramatic music, which I do like, but this kind of music is better shot during sunrise or sunset. And then all of a sudden we see this. So you spent all the time with the church, which is over here on the left side. We can see that. This seems out of place now. You were just focusing in on that church. Obviously it's the whole town, so it's really confusing. Also the lighting's different. Now you're shooting into the light, which is fine, but it doesn't look like it matches. And it's also, it looks like you're confused that you just got a couple shots and put them together. So this person was just a little lazy with their editing. I do like the fact that it's nearing the end, you pull back. So in the beginning, it's nice to go forward, which is what they did. And the ending, they're pulled back. So that they did right. Always go forward in the beginning and go backwards towards the end, because in the mind that shows the beginning of something and going away from it shows the ending of something. So that they did really nicely. That's a great shot right there. I like that shot. They could have speed ramped that up, so it started slow and then sped this up and then slowed down right there for that money shot. In conclusion, that video needed some work, a lot of work with the editing, whereas the other two just needed more work in camera shooting it. The last video was pretty well shot, it's just they didn't shoot for the edit. And the first video, it seems like they didn't quite edit or shoot properly, so you really want to shoot with the edit in mind. That's why it's really good to have a storyboard or a list of shots that you're going to get and shots that transition one into another. It's also good to think about the exposure, the music, and the feel. So you might want to pick out a few songs before you shoot, although a lot of times I don't do that. I kind of have an idea of what I want to shoot, make a shot list, and then afterwards I get music that fits the shot list. Now if you're looking for great music, I use Artlist. The great thing about Artlist is when you sign up with my link in below, you get 2 months free, and you can use this music for your YouTube videos, commercial videos, personal projects, whatever you want. And even if you cancel your subscription, you still have the rights to those songs for life. So that's why I like Artlist, because once you sign up, you can get the music you want and you can use that music forever. So I'm a big fan of Artlist. They have a great selection. A lot of my music on my YouTube channel, and especially my commercial work, is with Artlist. So I highly recommend them. And as I said, I'll put a link down below. And let me know in the comments below if you enjoy videos like this. I can do more of them. And if you sign up for my Drone Pilot Pro course and send me your videos, I analyze and give you feedback of your work in the course. So that's a huge perk of joining the course, is that I give you one-on-one feedback for all of your videos. And I feel like it's helpful because you can learn all the different camera settings, or I can give you all these different tutorials, but giving that personal feedback on your work is what really takes your skills to the next level. I know for myself, it's helped a lot. I've had a lot of people over the years who have helped me with my work, and I like to do that as well, help you with your work as well. So I'll put links down below for all of my courses. And of course, once you sign up for my course, you have personal access to me 24/7. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm Brett Garamella, and remember, fly like a pro.